Hello, I am Marisha and welcome to my creative diary. I hope you're having a great day. So today I'm going to create a very quick and easy encouragement card. So let's get started. To begin, I brought in Honeybee Stamps Lovely Layers Easter Lily die set. I did die cut the flower off camera out of white cardstock and the leaves out of green cardstock. I used Distress Oxide's Victorian Velvet on the flower, and for the leaves, I used Distress Oxide's Lucky Clover. To make this flower a 3D element, I am going to use foam tape on each layer. You do have the option to just glue the layers together. I love adding dimension to my cards, and I do sometimes use foam tape or I'll layer cardstock on some of my projects. To finish up the assembly of this flower, I'm now going to adhere the stamen to the flower. And I want to add a little bit of splatter to the center to give an illusion of pollen. So I brought in Distress Spray Stain Tarnished Brass. I'm going to spray a little bit on my mat. And then I'm going to tap, tap, tap the brush to create the splatter effect on the flower. Now it's time for me to assemble the components that I'm using to create the card front. For each of these layers, I first die cut off camera using Hero Art's nested shape rectangle die set. For the window on my card front, I used Pink Fresh Studios blanket stitched oval die set. And for the panel behind the window, I used Sunny Studios cable knit embossing folder. To adhere the layers together, I am going to use adhesive glue, but you can feel free to use adhesive tape if you'd like. Next, I'm going to adhere the top layer to the gold mat. And then from there, I'm going to adhere the card front to the card base. My card base is an A2 standard sized top folding card. I encourage you to use any size card base that you feel most comfortable using. I am going to share with you at the end of this tutorial another card I created using a 5x7 card base with the same design. Using the Honeybee Stamps U die set, off camera I did die cut U out of gold cardstock and the shadow out of iridescent vellum. Using adhesive glue, I am going to adhere them both together, and then from there it is on to the next step. Using Altenews Decorative Swirls die set, I did die cut off camera leaves from metallic gold cardstock. Next, I'm going to bring the elements in and place them on the card front. And before I commit, I'm going to experiment. So I'm trying to figure out, do I want the lily towards the bottom, the middle, the top? Where am I going to position the leaves and so forth? I know for me, sometimes I will sketch out an idea, and then when I'm working with my project, I will see it in a different way. And I allow myself the creative freedom to embrace that and make those changes as needed. It's okay. And then sometimes I don't sketch out my projects. I'll just go through my stash and pull different things. And then from there, I just begin to create. So I want to encourage you to embrace your creative identity, whatever it is. If you get frustrated with a project, just walk away. It's okay. Take your time and then come back and work with it later. As you see right here, once I have committed to the placement of the elements, I'm going to adhere everything to the card front. Here's a tip, trick, hack, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to place the sentiment U slightly over top of the lily. So to prevent it from being uneven, on the back, I am going to die cut the sentiment 3 more times out of white cardstock. I'm going to adhere 2 of the layers together. and I'm going to place it on the back of the sentiment. And then the third layer, I'm going to remove the Y and just adhere the O and the U. From there, I'm then going to adhere it to my card. To complete my sentiment, I brought in Honeybee Stamps U stamp set, and I am going to stamp Praying For off camera, and I'm going to use Honeybee Stamps sentiment banners to die cut the sentiment. To add dimension to the sentiment banner, I am going to adhere strips of cardstock, 3 layers to the back of the banner, and then from there I'm going to adhere it to my card. Now, this card is technically done, but I began to think, let me add some embellishments. So I decided to bring in some iridescent flatback pearls and adhere them to the card. After that, this card is done. And as I mentioned earlier, here is the 5x7 card that I created off camera. Same design, but a slightly bigger canvas to work with. If you have a favorite card base that you like to work with or would like to try out, please let me know below in the comments section. A2s, slimlines, 5x7s, let me know below. Thank you so much for joining me on today. I appreciate you for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe, click the thumbs up button and the notification bell, and check out my blog at thediaryofbellerose.com. I'm sending you love and a whole lot of hugs. Until next time, please take care.